Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Miami Heat MyNBA series. And in this episode, we are past the All-Star break and on to the second half of the season, which is oftentimes the most important time of the season, especially for teams that are 500 at 29-29 and fourth in the East. That is our record. It is an incredibly weird Eastern Conference. 32-26 get you the second seed. That's insane. That's really bad. 30-28 get you the third seed. You are 30-31 and you have the fifth seed. Honestly, from 3 to 12, it is pretty close in the East. Or yeah, I'd say 3 to 12. It's pretty close. You lose a few games, you might drop down to 12 and miss out on a playoff spot. That's just how weird the East is right now. If you look at our standings, our offense has tanked since last episode. It's dropped 17 spots to 20th. Our defense is at 13th. We're not shooting the ball well from the field. We're shooting it below average from three. We're turning the ball over the 11th lowest rate in the NBA, which is not bad. And then we have the 14th scoring bench led by KPJ on the left-hand side right there. And then for our opponent, the Minnesota Timberwolves, they are 10th in offensive rating, third in the West with a 38-17 record. They've been won at some points during this season. But like I was saying, 10th offensive rating, the second best defensive rating. This team can clamp you down with how many great defenders they have and rim protection and all that. 28th best field goal shooting team, which is abysmal. A pretty good three-point shooting team, but not that great. And then they do turn over the ball a fair amount, especially for a team as good as they are. And their bench unit is the 23rd best in the league. And the reason why I have KPJ on the left-handed side, it's not just to switch it up. I would switch it up at some point, but yeah, unfortunately, Tyler Hero is out with a broken vertebrae. That sounds extremely painful, but he hurt himself the game before this, and so this is our first game without Tyler Hero, and man, I can only imagine the skid we might be on, just in terms of missing an efficient 25 points per game, 24 points per game. Now, he did tail off the last few weeks and hadn't been super efficient, but man, this is going to be a hard matchup against this Minnesota Timberwolves team. We made a few moves, traded for Rasheer Fleming at the trade deadline. That was really our only move. And then also another season-ending injury, Adem Bona. He's going to be out for the rest of the season. So we ended up signing Jahlil Okafor to a few 10-day contracts. Didn't really fit our team well. We signed Jericho Sims, and man, he's been really good for us. He's on his second 10-day contract, and he'll probably sign with us for the rest of the season. But that's really all the updates and moves I have so far. So let's get into this game in Minnesota and try to stay afloat. All right. Minnesota at the Target Center. At 38-17, like I said, it's gonna be a challenge. Not just because this is a good team and I think they're more talented than us, but also because we're on a bit of a skid right now. If we lose this game, we're below 500, and we just lost our best player. I'd say our best player. I was gonna say just in terms of scoring, but he's probably our best player. So that'll be rough. We gotta handle Anthony Edwards, who is not easy to deal with. We also got to keep these role players under wraps. So I'll put Davion Mitchell and Anthony Edwards. We'll see how that works. He might just be too big and physical for him. Here's Jaden McDaniels, who's developed himself into a pretty solid role player and ball handler. So you find Grimes and one more to Mitchell, and Grimes is open still and knocks down the first shot for either team tonight. All right, Porter now. Working against Ant, spins. That's a nice move and an open shot, and he drills it as a result. As it is a 5-0 start for us. Back to McDaniels, and he splashes it. An 11-0 run for the Wolves after we started off on a 5-0 run. Ant-Man against Mitchell. Getting downhill, hop step, and a layup is good for Anthony Edwards, who is averaging an absurd 32 points per game. There's almost a steal from Bam. Ant gets inside and throws it down over Khalil Ware. And Ant's off to a pretty solid start tonight. It's an 8-point lead for the Timberwolves in the passing lane. Grimes, a three, knocks it down. Quick 5 points from Quentin Grimes. And he cuts the deficit down to 3. He's got 8 points for the night. Ant-Man again aggressive. Trying to post up Davion Mitchell, who does a good job. But Ant on the second effort tips it up and in. Salon handling the rock. Porter. And we'll bring it back out. Screen from Salon. Who gets open for 3 and drills it. His first shot attempt of the night is good. And Tajon Salon is somebody I want to try and develop, even though, you know, he's in his second season and he's still a bit of a project point lead. Porter. Stop. Start. Go. Hop step with the left. And he scores as the quarter expires. Only 17 points for us. That is abysmal. And Minnesota showing off their number 2 defense in the league. To have a good game. Clayton pulls an open 3. Knocks it down. Walter Clayton can have an increased role with that injury to Tyler Hero, and especially if he's going to shoot the ball well. He hasn't been too phenomenal this season. Kind of thought he'd be an NBA-ready prospect out of college, but still developing, still getting his feet wet. Fleming now looking for Walter Clayton. Sets his feet and knocks down another triple. Walter Clayton Jr. with 2 3-pointers so far tonight. Put Shafino, lob up top to Sims. And Jericho Sims with a nice dunk right there. Like I said, he's played really, really well for us. He's got himself a pretty nice mid-range jumper. Pulls it, knocks it down. Jalen Hood-Schifino, his first shot of the night is good. To Salon. And they're letting Salon handle the rock a bit here. Don't really know about that. Clayton, deep 2 at the buzzer. Caught it to roll around and drop. That's 8 points for Walter Clayton, all coming in this quarter. Not a great offensive possession. Got bailed out right there. And from Khalil Ware. Leaves Grimes open. He won't shoot it, though. Now he'll shoot it and drill it. I don't know why he pump faked a few times, but we'll take that from Quentin Grimes. He's up to 11 points, ladies and gentlemen. Wolves are playing pretty bad offensively, and it hasn't mattered in a negative connotation. Grimes open again, and Quentin Grimes is on one in this first half. He's got 14. Now here's Ant-Man. Downhill over Kevin Porter Jr. and Khalil Ware, who I tried to help. Oh my goodness. And Anthony Edwards starting to get his now playing in this second half, which he's really good at. He is a phenomenal clutch time scorer, and we're going to need him to step up right now. He's on DiVincenzo. Maybe go to a zone would help us. As Porter's in the passing lane, predicted that play very well, and then throws a lob up top to Adebayo. And it's a 4-point game. That's what I'm talking about with Kevin Porter Jr. When he is engaged and he's on, he's a pretty good player for us. Edwards just pulls, missed it in our zone against him. He will make us pay. Mitchell open for 3 in the corner, drills it. It's a 1-point game. And a nice little 7-0 run. All right. It's a 10-point lead right now. Got to be a lot better. Grimes, another quick pull. That one falls, and Grimes is up to 17. And when we can score and then set our zone defense, I think it's a lot better than right now. Porter, hop step inside, and back-to-back buckets from Kevin Porter Jr. That one's in and out. McDaniels inside and the foul. It's a rough game, man. Dillingham against Hood-Schifino. Over to Jaden McDaniels, who's been torching us tonight, and it continues. Another and one opportunity for Jaden McDaniels. Let Shafino, Clayton. Now Clayton will get open for another open three and knocks it down again. He's up to 14. A bit repetitive with my vocabulary right there. But he gets open for three, relocates, and drills his third triple in a row to make it a 12-point game. You know, late round rookie. Corner drops off Clayton again. Can he do it? Yes, he can. He's got 20. It's an 11-point game. We can get a stop right here. We can get back into this game. Dillingham right at Hood Shafino. That's too easy. Roll it with Sims. To Clayton. Salon. Despite a nuclear quarter from Walter Clayton, we're still down by 13. Another offensive rebound. Back-to-back offensive rebounds from him. Let's reward him with a lob and a beautiful pass. Quentin Grimes at all people. Khalil Ware, his first points to go along with 12 rebounds and some great rim protection. A little stretch for us right now. Fleming cannot get through those screens. And Terrence Shannon is lighting us up. Not a great look, and he missed as a result. He has struggled tonight. Leonard Miller all the way with no resistance. We're down by 21 points. 116 to 89. 89 points in 2026. We had 18 points in the paint. They had 62. They had 32 fast break points. They had 11 steals. We had 14 turnovers. They only had 8. They led by 30 at one point. Anthony Edwards only had 17 points, and we got blown out. Kevin Porter Jr., his stats ended up not looking too bad, but he kind of struggled. Walter Clayton, his best game as a pro. Grimes with a solid first half, but the second half was abysmal. 1 for 8 from the field, 1 for 6 from 3. Jalen Hood-Schifino, solid minutes in his first game with us. Davion Mitchell was okay. Salon is all right. Bam was fucking terrible. Khalil Ware, great rebounding and rim protection, but that's it. Sims was okay. Fleming, he hasn't really been good. Solid defender, great rebounder. Still only 21. We'll give him some time, but it's been rough. So, yeah, now we are one game below 500, and we got to find a way to steer the ship back in the winning direction. If not, then I guess it's time to try and look at some draft prospects. But, yeah, rough episode and just a rough time right now in this season. The locker room is deflated, so got to figure some stuff out. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.